Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to film for you my bi-weekly makeup basket, and the sun is really bright right now if I sit in my normal spot to film. So I'm going to do something a little bit awkward. I have my products here next to me, and I know you could see that bright light right there. So I have to sit in like this perfect spot in order to film this video, so I don't even know how much up close I'm going to be able to do of my products, but I did want to go ahead and film this video for you today. I didn't close this door. My husband is playing video games, so you might hear him screaming in the background, which is nothing new. I haven't felt like filming videos in quite some time, probably the last couple weeks. I really haven't felt like editing videos either, so I haven't had anything up since my last video, which was my birthday swap with Abby, and I still need to actually link her video to that so you guys can check that out as well. And I just want to make sure that I got my bi-weekly makeup basket filmed for you guys. I do want to keep doing that. I have a couple of updates for projects that I need to do as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this video because I think I have a fair shot at actually making this a somewhat short video. So I'm going to go ahead and get into some of the products that I used in the last basket, and the reason why I've been doing that is because I want to show you what I really enjoyed, as well as what I have planned to declutter, because I've been pulling a lot of different products lately to really try and declutter some things from my collection. That being said, I know I mentioned in my last bi-weekly makeup basket that I was going to film an October favorites. What I'm probably going to end up doing is doing an October and November favorites, because I didn't get to film that video and we're already in the middle of November. So we'll go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to go ahead and mention is these two bronzers. See how the lighting is weird just from right here. These two bronzers from Physicians Formula. One was in the brunettes and one was in the blondes shade. And I really feel like I enjoy the brunettes shade better. I really feel like I could probably do without both of these in my collection. I'm going to go ahead and keep the brunettes one for now, and I'm definitely going to go ahead and declutter the blondes. Bronzer, they are very similar, just a little slight difference in the tone, but I may end up decluttering the brunette in the future as well. So that's those two. I wanted to mention a couple of blushes that I really loved in the last basket. This first one is this Berry Shimmer blush, and the color is not very true just because of this lighting, but I did, you can't even see that. See, I did swatch that there. And the other blush is right here. This is my Covergirl blush in the color, I can't ever remember this, Soft Mink. And I will go ahead and show you that this is what that looks like. So that is that shade right there, swatched underneath the Berry Shimmer. So these are two blushes that I really did enjoy. There really wasn't a blush that I pulled in the last basket that I wanted to declutter. Definitely, I did pull a couple of those ColourPop blushes that actually worked really nicely on the cheek when you blend them out. So I'm going to go ahead and keep those for now, since I only have four ColourPop blushes. Those two blushes that I pulled, I believe, were actually supposed to be darker skin tone highlighters because they were in the strobe kit. So I just wanted to go ahead. I have one hand painted and one hand not, so I'm sorry if you guys noticed that. I did want to go ahead and keep those since I have only two other ColourPop blushes, so I am going to go ahead and keep those. I wanted to mention this Better Than Big Easy from Benefit. This is their liquid to powder BB cream. I really enjoyed this, and just wanted to mention that I really enjoyed that. And I also really enjoyed the CoverGirl Clean Whipped Cream, and this is in the shade 305. I did try the other darker shade, which was like 338 or something like that, and I really enjoy that shade as well. I'm wearing that today, so it's not too terribly dark for my skin, so I think I am going to go ahead and keep both of that, although I do feel like sometimes when you go ahead and put on your bronzer and your blush, it does get a little bit dark. Like my face does really pull that dark shade, even though I can blend it in nicely with my neck. But since I really love this formula, I am going to go ahead and keep this, both shades of that. Two things that I didn't get to try in the last basket were this Maybelline Touch of Light Luminizing cream and this Dream Sun Bronzing Face Illuminator. I'm going to go ahead and keep both of these in the next basket and go ahead and give both of these a shot in the next basket. And two more things. This NYX Taupe Blush. I really enjoyed this to contour with. I did this many days this week, so I really did enjoy this. I'm going to go ahead and keep this in my collection. And something else that I did several days in this last basket was this MAC Catch My Eye fluid line. This is that gray taupe shade. It's got a lot of gold glitter in it. It looks really, really gorgeous on the eye when you wear this by itself. So I really enjoyed this in the last basket. And what I'm wearing today is my Lorac AfterGLO palette. I was really worried that I wasn't going to get any use out of this palette in this last basket, but I was able to pull out this shade, and I actually think I want to continue this into the next basket, even though I pulled two more palettes. And part of the reason is because the one palette I pulled is really, really cool toned, so you will see that I might be able to bring some color and life into that palette with this one. So that is it for my last week's basket. I am going to back up just a little bit here. I forgot that I also wanted to mention the other eyeshadow palette that I used in my last basket, and I just wanted to mention it because I have been doing a whole Lorac series, and I have loved every single one of my Lorac palettes, and including this one, which is the Lorac Pro Mega 3 Pro. I just am really disappointed with myself with this product. I really only used this bottom section here and two shades from up in the matte section. I just really didn't feel the creativity with this palette, but it is a gorgeous palette, and I'm definitely going to go ahead and use it in the future. But I just really didn't feel the creativity with this palette for some reason. That being said, there's some really gorgeous shades. This shade in Kava and the shade in Tulle are absolutely beautiful. I would use them every single day on my lid if I could. I literally had to force myself to kind of go out of the box with this palette a little bit, which is where I kind of fell short and felt really, really not creative with this palette, because I kept just wanting to use those two shades, which are just really easy lid shades, and you know, just no creativity whatsoever. So I'm really excited to maybe pull this palette back out for my next basket, because my last palette is the Lorac Pro 3, and so I want to see how these two palettes can play off each other and how similar they really are, because looking at them I feel like they look different. So I just want to see how well maybe I can play off the two palettes, and then maybe in the future kind of pair it with a different palette. I did pair it with that Glow palette, Mega, whatever it is, it's not Mega Glow, but that Glow palette, that teal palette that I used in the last basket that I'm going to carry over to the next one, and I didn't really feel the creativity there either, but I almost didn't even use that palette at all. So I don't know, maybe I was just in a funk this week, or this past 2 weeks, but I did just want to mention that because I really love the palette, but I felt really not creative in the last 2 weeks. So that is it. Just wanted to add that in. So I will go ahead and start with the face products that I'm going to use in the next basket. I do have a project going where I have sample primers that I am using. I might need to move over this way just a little bit. Okay, so I'm using some sample primers in one of my other projects. So I'm going to continue using those. Turn this just a little bit. For foundations, I want to use this IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Illumination Cream, and this is in the shade Fair. I think this will match my skin the best. The light is actually just a little bit too dark for my skin tone, so I am going to go ahead and use this. And I'm also going to go ahead and use this Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Makeup, and this is in the shade 4.0, which is definitely when I was tanning a little bit more and my skin was just a little bit darker. So I'm going to have to lighten this up a little bit with those hard candy drops that I think I did show in another video. So I'm going to go ahead and do these two for foundations. As far as bronzers, I have 4 different bronzers here that I'm going to be using. I cannot remember what I felt about this Hamptons Bronze or Hamptons Radiance from NYC, so I'm going to go ahead and just use this once or twice. I don't know if I even mentioned this in a recap video or not, but I'm going to go ahead and see how I feel about that once or twice. I want to try this Milani Illuminating Face Powder in Hermosa Rose. I have this in my bronzer drawer, but I'm not sure if this will really give me any kind of bronzing color or not. So I wanted to go ahead and pull this and see how I like this. But I also wanted to pull both of my NYX Matte Bronze bronzers. I have the light bronzer, and I also have the deep tan bronzer, which seems like it's got a little bit of an orange undertone to it. So I want to see if I can eliminate either one of these or if I really like both of them. So those are going to be my bronzers. As far as blushes go, I have 6 of them. So the first 3, 2 of them are the Clinique Cheek Pop blushes. This first one is in Nude Pop, and I'm really excited to use this shade. Also, I have Posy Pop, and this is a really nice purple shade. It's really, really gorgeous. I can't wait to use that as well. And then I can't wait to use this Tarte Classic that I got from Abby in our swap. And so this is like a orangey coral shade. And then I just want to pull some pink shades in. This is the Physicians Formula Neutral Blush. And I don't really feel like this shows up in a swatch, so I wanted to see how this does on my cheeks. And this might possibly be one that I want to declutter. The next one is this Physicians Formula Brunettes blush, and so this is a really light pinky blush that I think would be really pretty, and I want to see how I like this one. And then another Physicians Formula. This is their Argan Wear Ultra Nourishing Argan Oil blush in the color Natural as well. So this used to have like a really glittery overspray, and then I was able to get rid of that. So left with this really pretty neutral pink shade, so I want to try that. Also, for bronzer, blush, and highlight, I have this e.l.f. face palette called the Enchanted Tale, and this is from the Beauty and the Beast collection. So as you can see, this is a trio, a bronzer, which I thought maybe would be a nice contour shade, a really light blush here, and a highlight shade here. So I have that to try as well and see how I like the quality of that. But I also pulled another couple of highlighters, and these are both the Milani highlighters. This is Illuminating Face Powder in the shade Beauty's Touch. So this is on the pinkier side. And this is Milani in Amber Nectar. So this is a little more on the nude peach side. So I'm really excited to give those a shot and see if I can get rid of one of those or if I want to keep them both. And as far as eyes go, I'm about ready to finish the last shade in the quad, the Physicians Formula Canyon Classics quad that I'm using. And so I wanted to try this Quartz Quartet quad that I got from Abby in our swap. I wanted to use this little single from Urban Decay in Midnight Cowboy, which is really sparkly and pretty, and it goes along with, hold on a second. It goes along with this palette right here from Lorac. This is the Party Eyeshadow Palette, and there's a lot of really shimmery shades in here. I actually had this in my giveaway pile for a little bit, but the more I look at it, the more I find it to be really, really pretty, and I wanted to use this next 2 weeks. These are my, I have one more Lorac palette after this to use. I think I used both my Unzipped Gold and my regular Unzipped palette. So this is the Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette, and as you can see, these are really, really cool toned shades. Even the shimmery shades are a little monochromatic to me, so I'm not sure if I'm going to want to keep this palette or not. I thought about just straight up giving it away, but I wanted to go ahead and give it a shot. So I have pulled that. And so that is it for everything for the face. As far as my lip products go, I did not use any of the products from the last basket except for 2 because I had a cold sore for most of the time. So I'm going to go ahead and use those products from the last basket, but I did want to pull in one more lip product, and this is the NYX Liquid Suede shade in Soft Spoken, and Abby got this for me for our makeup swap. Today I'm wearing the NYX Liquid Suede in Sandstorm, and I really, really love that, so I want to try this. It's a little bit darker. There were a couple of shades that I wanted to mention from the last basket. Hold on one second. So I forgot to mention a couple things at the beginning as far as lip products go. I really enjoyed this e.l.f. matte lip color that I used in the last basket. I love this. I won't get rid of this. This really reminds me of the Kat Von D shade in Rakim that I got a while ago that I really, really love. So I'm definitely going to keep this. But this, on the other hand, is the Total Intensity Total Wear Lip Crayon in the shade Berry With Me. And if you remember, I got rid of the Wine Knot shade because it was very heavy with glitter. If I look at this, and I know I even mentioned it in the video, that if I look at this, I don't see any glitter in this whatsoever. However, when I apply this to my lips, the remnants that I'm left with when this starts to fade, there is a silver glitter in it, and it's just not cute to me. I didn't enjoy it, so I really do think I'm going to declutter this shade right here. So that is it for my basket. I'm sorry it's a little bit different. My grill is there in the background. You can see into my house a little bit, which isn't a big deal. I should have moved the grill out of the way. I'm a fanatic about those kinds of things. I don't like to have any kind of weird crap in my background. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry I haven't filmed a video in a little while. I promise I will start getting some videos edited and uploaded. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and link Abby's video from our swap down below since I referenced that quite a bit, and I also hadn't linked it to my other video, my unboxing of the swap that we did. So thank you guys again for watching. Go ahead and check Abby out, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.